The mayor and council toast Sonia Burke Smith as a champion of this region for her volunteer work empowering others through the arts.
And I'm a Fort McMurray disaster story and a success story. So my first round in Fort McMurray, our family kind of imploded. It didn't go well. I've actually ended up on the streets in Fort McMurray. I had a medical thing go on, and it was in my recovery, because I was not just recovering medically, but also recovering as an addict. And I seriously had to rebuild myself. So it started off with a friend drawing me pictures, and I just realized, hey, coloring relaxed me. And then one day he said, well, I'm not drawing any more pictures, you're gonna have to draw your own. So that's when I kind of came into the connection that art heals. And it was through people just, seeing me coloring, and they didn't understand I was actually coloring for my sobriety.
Go big or go home. It's like big hair, big laugh, and big zest for life. That's what I see Sonia too. As a person, as an energy ball, as a friend, as someone who makes a difference in the community. It's like, yeah, so what if there are challenges? So what if there are walls? There's a way to it. There's a way around it.
For me, it is all about giving back to the community, because it's the community that gave me back my life, and I really have a gratitude in my heart for that. You're coming from somewhere else, you're probably leaving something behind to come here to start a new life. So I really put myself into volunteering for any kind of cause that is welcoming people, that is socially connecting, and I see art doing that.
For me as an immigrant, seeing Sonia doing that, it shows something, like it models a way to me as a leader, as a friend, as someone that I could trust.
For me, it was just, I was so appreciative to have survived. And then I just kind of went, okay, you know what, I'm just tired, and okay, how can I change this? And as I started changing it for myself, I just started attracting people. And part of that was because I was sitting there coloring for my sobriety, but people come over and go, what are you doing, So the next thing you know, we'd sit down and we'd end up doing art together. Some of my best pieces actually are group pieces, and it is about just showing people like, hey, maybe as a single person, you can't, it feels like, hey, you're limited. But when you start collecting synergy of others, all of a sudden things that don't seem possible are possible.
She does not only touch, leaders or people who are visible, but also those who are invisible. And to me, that matters so much. When I would hear her say, well, there's this troubled kid in my home right now that I am trying to give her a house for the night, and she's needing clothes. So I'd be in my closet looking for clothes and to give away to Sonia.
Right, so I still see that young people, and I see that, hey, now they can fall so much harder, so much faster. And so I see that we still need to bridge that gap and help families, right? Like, we're not realistic with what 12-hour shifts, 2 people working them is. On the toll on our youth. My greatest joy is when I have helped a youth and they get their job and they get their school done, and just their successes, right? I live vicariously through them. I didn't get my high school diploma until I was 38, so any chance that they beat me on that, it's like wonderful, right?
It's how she make it more personal, and how healing is a huge thing for her. Right. And really, it opened me more to learning about Sonia.
There's just so much that comes through art that empowers people, and my plea would be to invest in that, because through that investment you will create a strong community.
So, Sister So, as always, you're my sister rainbow. You bring so much color in my life, and I cannot but be grateful of the opportunity of knowing you, because yes, Fort McMurray can be cold, but with people around you who's so warm, ain't bad at all.